Being a parent can mean a lot of things, and one of which is simply showing up. So what happens if your father's never around? Today's story is a Father's Day special and it comes from Nurul, and she wants to share with us her story of how she watched her father go to jail, how she coped without one, and now that he's back out, how did she begin that journey to reconnect with her father again? Okay, please tell me what happened.
Okay, so in 2015, my dad got arrested for drug consumption. He was arrested and he was sentenced to 10 months imprisonment in Changi prison. I was the eldest with my little brother, who's 3 at the time, and my mother. It took a toll on me. I wasn't the type that will open up to my mom because I wasn't close to my mom, right? But I knew I had to step up because my mother had nobody else but me, and then my little brother had nobody else but me, and I had nobody else but them.
So personally for you though, how did you know that he was like consuming drugs?
I found out first before my mom. The first time I actually found out, because our house used to have a storeroom, he would always lock the storeroom. Then there was once he went to the toilet. I just wanted to take something from the storeroom, and I saw like the tubes of straws, aluminium foil, white powder. So I knew how it looked like. So I was like, okay, so he's doing this during his free time. I just pretended I didn't want to see that because he's my dad, right? I know what he did is wrong, but I didn't want to like say this is wrong.
So what was it like for you and your family when your father like went away to prison?
Most of it is like angry. I was really, really mad. Like I told him, you don't have to care about me, but care about your son, your 3-year-old son who is looking up to you. And then he just asked me to shut up. Actually, he actually got so mad, he asked me to shut up. I actually took a toll on my mental health. Like I burst out during Hari Raya because my dad wasn't around, right? I was looking out the window and I saw a group of like family going out for Raya. I see them so happy and I'm like, where's my dad? I bottled up everything and it just burst. In school, when I see my friends talking about their parents, and then I just cried. Like I just remember about my dad and I'm like, why me? You know, out of all people, why me? The first time I visited him, my mom actually left me alone in the room with him. So I cried. I just cried and I scolded him. I was like, so are you happy now seeing me like this? He couldn't look at me at all. He was looking down the whole time.
But this must have been particularly like the hardest for your mom.
It was very difficult for her. Like in the morning, right? Usually my mom would wake up at 5 a.m., pack his lunch for work, prepare him breakfast.
Yeah.
And right after my dad got arrested, she actually kept up that habit for 2 weeks. And the coffee, she doesn't drink coffee. I still remember looking at her. She would be standing at the window with the coffee and she would just cry. When we visit him, my mom would ask him the next visit, oh, what do you want me to bring? And like my mom keep asking him like, oh, do you have everything? Do you want snacks? Do you want extra snacks? She didn't mind forking out extra money for my dad, even though we were like financially like unstable. She didn't mind because she wanted her husband to at least be taken care of when she couldn't do it physically. Like my brother, until today, he's still scared. Like he has a little bit of like fear in him, like daddy won't come home at night because of that night. Like when my dad wasn't around, he acted up a lot. We had to lie to him at the start. Oh, daddy is going overseas for work, so he's not coming back home. But when we started visiting, he didn't really understand why daddy can't go out to physically hug him, hold him, carry him. We just said, oh, daddy stays here for a while. That's all we said to him. But I think now he knows what prison is. And yeah, I could see that he has like a little bit of like anxiety.
Right. And during that time when your dad was in prison, did you and your family face like any discrimination or like anything by your friends or your relatives?
I told my best friends, they were very supportive. Like they made sure I was okay. But I got comments like saying like, oh, you're gonna be like your dad. You're gonna end up in prison. Your dad is an ex-convict. You're gonna end up like that. So in my heart, I'm like, doesn't mean my dad is like that, I'm going to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it really hurt when they talk about my dad like that. He's a human, he does mistakes, but ultimately, he's my dad. He's my loved one. I love him so much. He's my father. How can somebody say like that? As children, right, people think that, oh, they don't know what prison is. They don't get affected, but we actually do. We just don't know how to express it because there's no outlet for us to express it. Like, I had a friend who went through the same exact thing as me. And when I told her, when I opened up to her, that's when she opened up. And I asked her, is this the first time you actually talked to somebody about it? And I was like, yeah, because I'm scared. I'm scared that I will get judged.
Your dad was released 10 months later, right?
Correct. Yeah.
What was that? How was that like?
Kind of weird. I actually had to force myself. I didn't want to be as close to him as I was before because I'm scared that he would do it again. But I knew he was trying his best because he actually broke the relationship between all of us. It was uncomfortable at first, but slowly it actually got better.
So how's your relationship with your dad now?
It's great. It's actually better than before, like 5 years ago. We are very close. Like we can joke openly. Even my mom, like their relationship is so much better. Like I don't see them arguing as much.
Throughout this whole ordeal, is there something you've learned that you think other people should know as well?
What I'm doing is letting other people know that they are not alone. That there's people like me who have their parents or their relatives or their loved ones inside, so they know that they are not alone. They are not suffering alone. That I know how they feel. So this is like my safe space to tell everybody that they can, let out to people and not be scared, not be afraid of being judged, because ultimately everyone makes mistakes. It's a matter of we as human beings also should forgive them.
Many of us are willing to take responsibilities for our actions, and many people think that abusing drugs is a very personal thing that's without other victims. But how many of us will consider the price others pay when we mess up? This Father's Day, we consider the magnitude of those costs by paying tribute to the ones who showed up when it truly mattered. The fathers, the mothers, siblings, friends and relatives that were father figures for us at different points in our lives. Happy Father's Day to you and thanks for watching.